Hi girls, welcome back to another vlog. I'm challenging myself to film a week in my life because Corey is actually going back to work. He's been on paternity leave for a month and it has literally flown by and I actually can't talk about it that much or I will get upset that it's over. But he's going back to work, just working from home. We're just blessed that that's his job on Monday, which is tomorrow. And I was like, maybe I'll feel a little bit less like whether it's overwhelmed or lonely, or maybe it'll just be good to document and be able to look back on this time if I vlog. So normally I do like days in the life because I feel like that's less overwhelming. And I'm like, I'm just gonna capture bits and pieces of the week or like half the week or whatever I decide to like get enough footage. I thought I would just bring y'all along because I am like consuming, and I did this also so much in my pregnancy, so much motherhood like content, not like parenting, but just like positive motherhood. So I thought we could go on this journey together of our first week is like basically a stay-at-home mom. And I wouldn't even call myself a stay-at-home mom because I'm still doing a lot of my own like work and stuff. I can talk about like our situation set up later, but for all intents and purposes, I'm a stay-at-home mom, especially this week. One thing I'm doing that makes me feel a lot better is I'm gonna transfer my makeup from my makeup bag and like my whole routine and just pull out the essentials that I wear like when I do a 3-minute makeup routine and put them in this crystal bowl. This is a Waterford bowl that I actually found at a thrift store in Connecticut, of course, bougie antiquing. But I was going to show y'all what I put in there, and I'm going to film a little TikTok of me doing that, so we'll talk through it there and then I'll just show y'all it as I place it in. Claire is napping with Corey right now. We're doing our first like independent naps where we're not holding her because she's going to be 4 weeks old tonight, and I just, as much as I want to just sit and hold her all day, and this is another thing I want to talk about more, is like that's all I want to do. But to be a good parent and be like showered, like have good hygiene, move my body a little bit, like I have to have a little bit of time to myself. So she's doing a little nap, and we're going to work on that more this week as well, to do like 1, maybe 2 naps a day where she's independent. And then between that and the carrier and also having help from like my mom, I should be able to lead a semi-normal life and get a few things done. Anyways, let's go ahead and do this because she's going to wake up hungry any minute. The next morning, I am watching my baby on the Nanit for the first time, that was part of today's mission, honestly, was to do a crib nap and for me to figure out the monitor so that I can leave the room confidently when she's napping. Anyways, my mom is actually in there with her now, and it's so funny. She's like doing her little yoga, her little stretching right by the crib, which I'm obsessed with because I just needed somebody to come over while Corey was back at his first day of work to just like help me just feel confident that I could get her down for a nap if I needed. And I was like, you just come over, and if she wakes up after 3 minutes, as long as I learned how to use the monitor and whatnot, you can have some baby time, you can hold her, and I will still be able to get a few things done. I was fully expecting that I would be like walking and showering during this time, but I'm already showered. I already walked on the treadmill for 45 minutes because this has kind of been like the structure of my day with Claire right now. Is I get up with her. It's not always like 100% the same every day. Obviously, she's only 4 weeks old. She's actually 4 weeks old as of last night, late at night. But everything is obviously different every day, but pretty much we're on like a relatively consistent schedule where she wakes me up sometime between like 3:30 and 5 every day. And it's usually more like between 3:30 and 4:30. And this morning she woke up at like 4:45, but she was just kind of like restless, and we try to like let her settle herself a little bit, but she's not crying. And then she was actually ready to get up closer to 5. And when I'm up with her, and it's like after like 4:45, like 5-ish, definitely when I'm not putting her back down for her next little stretch until after 5:30, I don't go back to bed. A couple mornings I have, if we have like a really rough like first part of the night, but we rarely have those, thank God. And if it's like after, like I said, like 5:30, I'm not going back to sleep. Like, it's not worth it for me. I'm not a good daytime sleeper, and I like hear the birds in our yard, and it's not light yet, but it's getting there. And so even though it's a little bit early and I miss out on a little bit of sleep, I'm not going to sleep good anyway. So I just get up and start my day really early. And so it's harder, obviously, when she wakes up at like 4 or 3:30, because then I like can't get up at that time. Like, it's too early, and then I go back to sleep, and it's a little bit of a later start. But those are kind of the two formats that my day takes. Drinking a little Orange Julius protein shake. I got sent this vanilla protein powder. I think the brand is called Flav City. I think it's really good. It's called vanilla cream and orange juice, and it's like the perfect mid-morning pick-me-up. Anyways, I had an early morning this morning, and it honestly feels so good. It's hard for me to not put pressure on myself to like do that almost daily, because I know it's not like healthy for me as a brand new mom to have pressure on myself to be getting up early every day. But when it works out with baby and she gets up like at a time where it's conducive for me to stay awake, my day is so productive. So I got up, I made myself a coffee and walked on the treadmill for 45 minutes and edited TikToks and like took a basic little assessment of my email inbox. I'm still figuring out like how I want to do that. If I want to have like a carrier nap with her in the afternoon where I can actually like stand at my computer and check emails and stuff, or if I just want to kind of like do what I can in the morning and then leave it, because technically I'm still like on maternity leave. Is that a thing when you work for yourself? I don't know. I just do what I want. So I don't know if I'm gonna like come back to working in the afternoon, or I lean towards just like contact napping with her, watching a show, and like having some pure enjoyment time in my day, because it just feels better to me. It just feels good. Because Corey is back to work. I hadn't heard his alarm go off in so long. Luckily, I was already awake, and the morning went great. He is fine. He's checking a ton of emails, obviously, but he's been like helping me with a little bit of laundry when he has a second. He works from home. I think I mentioned that. I just got bottles washed and in the sterilizer. And so that's another thing, is like when he's been on paternity leave, he has literally handled this house like he has this shit on lock. He's been doing everything for the house, because I have been doing everything for the baby. Not everything. He does a lot for the baby, but he's just been a humongous help. And I did a little bit of stuff. Like, I tidy every day and do things I feel like I need to do, but the heavy lifting, dishes, laundry, that kind of stuff, Corey's handling it. Also, sorry if I'm distracted. The Nanit thing is new to me, and I have like the belly like breathing band on her, and this is like amazing. Like, I'm actually like amazed by how comforted I feel, and like she's doing amazing. She's having a fabulous nap. We did not have good luck. We tried the owlet sock for like literally 15 minutes, got a million false alarms. I could do a whole story time on like baby like monitoring systems, because we did not have good luck trying the outlet. Like, every bad thing that they say in reviews happened to us like the second we tried it. And anyways, we haven't been using it. And so for naps, when I want to be able to like leave the room and she's like not right by me, I think this Nanit thing is going to be life changing. And depending on how she does in the crib, like obviously it'd be really good for everybody if I don't want her to sleep in her own room like soon at all. She's so little, but I know a lot of little babies, like they end up liking having their safe space, and her nursery is so cozy. So we'll see how she does, but I feel genuinely like so obsessed with the Nanit so far. I'd really love the Nanit Home that has like the monitor. Like, I would love for this to not have to be on my phone, but like I have an iPad I can use. I don't know. Anybody have a connection with Nanit? I would love the one with the monitor, if so. Mentally today, I was like not sure how I was gonna feel. Mainly like when I brought my daughter home from the hospital, I had like a week, and I think this is very normal, where I was just crying over everything, like every little thing about like her growing. I don't know. I was just like, it was painfully emotional, nostalgic, like just the whole thought of her getting bigger, time passing, like everything. It was just like, the only way I can describe it is like physically painful, and it caused me a lot of anxiety. And then randomly, I think because we started getting out of the house and like going and doing stuff, and I started not forcing myself to be on maternity leave, and I just started doing more that was more normal to me. Like, it kind of just went away, and I've been riding that wave for like 3 weeks now, thank God. Even being able to like casually say like, oh, she's napping in her crib, like that's progress for me. What else is new? We had a good night last night. She did a stretch from like 9:15, 9:30 to like 1. And then we had a wake up for a bottle then. Corey did that. And then she woke me up at like 4:45, 5 a.m. So really good night. And then she was up for the day at like 7. So we've been feeling great. I feel rested. I only got about 6 hours, but they were essentially non-interrupted hours. And so that's a night of sleep in my book. But I think today my mom is just going to help with her in the morning. Right now, I mean, basically just keep an eye on her while she naps. The main idea of that was like if she fussed after 2 seconds and Corey was having a busy day at work and couldn't help me, my mom was like, I'll just be here to like settle her, help her get in a nap, and that way I could get myself together. But she's napping great, and because I got all my stuff done this morning that I like needed to do, I'm like, okay, let me just do something I want to do. So I think I'm gonna embroider some. I was working on embroidery designs this morning while I was laying in bed. Things for Claire for Easter. I have a few outfits I want to do, some stuffed animals, just like fun things. I'm like, I have an embroidery machine, like I need to just like use the heck out of it. And I love doing kind of like test designs where I'm like, I'll do something fun for Claire and she'll have a bunch more embroidered outfits than she probably needs. But then I can test out like embroidery designs and blanks for friends, because I have at least 2 baby showers coming up in the next couple months. And then I have other people in my life that are also pregnant, and I don't know when their showers are going to be, but I know they're going to be coming. So I think I may just do that. I'll show y'all the finished product of those. And I always film embroidery for TikTok. So all of my like tutorials and stuff are there. And then I also have my 2 courses that are about digitizing and how to like use your machine. Both those courses are always linked, but that's what's on the agenda for today. And honestly, just adjusting to a schedule where every day is different. It's very like, I thought it'd be harder for me. I think I just feel like at peace because all I really want to do and like the only real priority is taking care of her. So everything else that I didn't get to do is a bonus. So it's fun. So anyways, I'm going to go now that I'm a little bit ready, and I'm going to clear out my text. I'm trying to get better about that, do one last look at emails, and then probably sit down and do a little bit of embroidery, at least getting my designs finalized, and I'll show you all the blanks I'm going to be working on. I could also really go for another coffee, I'll be honest. First little nap of the day. I am like figuring out my routine more and more every single day, and I feel like the information you take in when you are a new mom, like the amount you're learning every day about like your baby, your schedule, your routine, like your new life, like it's so crazy. But one thing I did pick up on last night, also like don't mind my outfit. I'm like half dressed. I have her wrapped up on me with no shirt on and then like little pink sweat shorts and a cashmere sweater. I don't even know. One thing I picked up on last night was we put her down, got her resettled a few times. It ended up being like a little bit later, like almost close to 10 when she was finally down for the final time. And that's like pretty much when we start her like stretch of sleep. And when we do that, that's when obviously, duh, like her second like wake of the night is pretty much around like 5 in the morning. And those are the mornings when I'm able to like just stay up once I feed her. So I probably get less sleep. I'm not getting a third stretch, but I can start my day at such a better time and get stuff done like before she's fully awake and Corey's just in here until like get her out of her bassinet if she starts fussing a little bit. Anyways, I'm kind of debating like maybe we start putting her, like maybe we start the nighttime routine at like 8:45 instead of at 8 or before, and let her go to bed a little later because I think it's better for me to be able to get stuff done so I'm not like worried about doing it when she is awake, which was like very hard yesterday. Anyways, it is 8:31 right now and I have a coffee date with my friend and her little one at 10. So Claire went down for her nap in her carrier at like 8. So I'm hoping she sleeps for like at least another 45 minutes, which she does pretty good when I'm wearing her. Our house is like looking really good for the most part, but there's a ton of stuff I just need to like tidy up in our bedroom. And so I'm going to do a bedroom and bathroom tidy, put away a ton of clothes. There's just like stuff all over our dresser that needs to be reorganized. And yeah, gonna get to work on that because we spend so much time in here, like it doesn't really work for it to be cluttered. It like clutters my mind. So I thought we could tidy up together and then go on our coffee date and just hang out today. Yesterday I did her crib nap first thing in the morning. So it was like her first nap of the day. And today I was like, you know what? I have so much I need to get done. I need her to take a longer nap, so I'll wear her. And then when I get home from coffee, because she'll just contact nap on me at coffee if she wants out of her Duna, I'll do a crib nap when we get home. And that way all I need to do is just cook a little bit of lunch during that time. So feeling more on top of things. Corey has a busy day today. He has like meetings and stuff. So I'm very much like on my own. I don't even know if my mom's going to come by today, but I think I've got a handle on it. I just need to clean things up a little bit. Everybody has a chair like this in their life that is like the catch-all for laundry, and I definitely have that. And I'm actually wondering how effectively I'm going to be able to put stuff away right now because it's really hard to reach up over your head when you have the baby in this wrap. Probably any baby carrier, but the Sully baby wrap, like it pulls down over your shoulders. And yeah, I don't actually know how that's gonna work, but I'll at least put away what I can and then have a stack of things that need to go on the stool. Is so cute, but it is like where my clothes need to be put away come to die. It's kind of nice to have a place to set stuff that's not in my bedroom, but oh my goodness, it's so much just to put on it. Like I even hate these weights. Guys. Okay, stool is clean. Claire's like stirring the tiniest bit. It has been an hour, so I'm gonna try to keep her down for another like 15 minutes and then she'll be good to get up and eat. And anyways, we gave her first real bath last night, which she's a month old today. And that sounds crazy, but she had something called delayed cord separation where the umbilical cord stump like doesn't fall out for like, wait, like it's supposed to come out after 2 weeks and she still had hers till yesterday. It was a whole thing. Like we figured it out, but she was finally able to like actually be submerged, not submerged in water, but like get her whole body wet, you know? So it was so sweet, and I just have to kind of like reset this little area because we actually used our tub, which we literally never use. And I need to do a load of towels, and the whole pile is on the floor, like bending over. it's just like such a production, you know? Okay. Carrier naps are actually life-changing because she stays asleep for so long and I can just do whatever I need to do. I'm personally like the biggest fan so far of baby wearing, and the Solly baby wrap is what we've been using for her because she was so small when she was born, and I still feel like it's the most like secure thing. I have the Wild Bird Ariel buckle wrap. I have 2 of them. And I feel like she's probably big enough to transition into that. But for right now, I've pretty much mastered this and it's so good. So what I'm doing is I feel like, especially postpartum, but just for women in general, eating enough like high quality red meat is so important. And for me, postpartum and like recovery and breastfeeding and everything, I just feel like eating high quality animal protein is really essential. It's so easy to just eat like protein bars and oatmeal and smoothies and stuff. So we buy these steaks from Costco and I cook them. I cut them up into bite-sized pieces and I cook them in a skillet, and then I eat them with like a baked potato, meal prepped for lunch. And it's like the best, easiest thing, but it's not like yesterday I didn't have this prepped and I literally ate a protein shake for lunch, and it just doesn't, like, I don't know, it's just not the same quality of protein. So anyways, since she's still asleep, I'm going to cook 2 of these and then I freeze the other 3 individually, and then I just thaw them out when I am ready to prep either more lunch steak, or if I'm tired of it after like a couple of days of eating what I've prepped, then we'll save them and just have Corey like grill them or do them on the cast iron for dinner. So I don't know, it just feels like a very wholesome, like, you know, whole food form of protein, and it makes me feel so good, and I stay so full. And the women in my family have like a history of anemia. I don't think I've ever actually been low iron, but I make a really big point to eat a lot of iron-rich foods and like to cook in cast iron when I can. So I just want to make sure that, especially postpartum, I'm focusing a lot on nutrition, because I'm finding like feeding myself to be something that's hard to take the time to do when I'm in charge of her. And Corey's gonna be traveling soon. Like right now he's just working, but he's home. But soon he's gonna be traveling more for work, and I'm gonna have to be on my grind of making sure I'm feeding myself. Anyways, we'll see how much of this I can get done while she stays asleep. She's definitely starting to wake up. But the thing with the carrier, she'll kind of just like stay asleep for like a while. Like even if she's stirring, she's very like cozy and comforted. So very sweet. And I cut my steaks up before I cook them because it cooks way faster when I'm just doing it for lunch, not when I'm doing like a steak dinner, obviously. But also then I don't have to like cut my food up when I'm sitting down to eat it, and I just like don't have the time. Like lunch to me needs to be like a quick and easy meal, and I don't even want to have to like get out a cutting board to like cut a steak, to be honest. So realizing postpartum is that it is gonna be probably difficult to like get back into exercising. Obviously I had a C-section, so I'm not even cleared to like do any type of like lifting. Just gentle walking is all I'm cleared for, and I'm doing a couple miles of that a day and it feels amazing. But hey baby, hi. Oh, uh-oh. Hi, it's okay, it's okay. Of course it's when I start cutting raw meat that we're waking up. It's okay. Anyways, but one thing you have a lot of control over, obviously, is nutrition. And obviously, like, breastfeeding makes you so hungry. It's like kind of hard to like lock in, to be honest, because I just like feel like I need to eat, and then sometimes I'm like, whatever's in front of me, we just need to grab. And if anything, it's just like hard to get in protein and stuff. But I'm like, okay, I feel like if you lock in your nutrition really well postpartum, that's like the key to success. And it's not even about like losing weight or anything. It's just about feeling good and feeling strong, because I worked out so much in pregnancy and I did feel so strong that I'm like, okay, let me not like lose that now because I like stop eating protein and start living on bowls of cereal, you know? Okay. I know you're waking up, ma'am. I know.
Yeah, there's still the ups and downs, I would say, for the first like 3 months. And then they hit like 4 months.
Okay, got back from coffee, fed the baby, and it was a successful first outing, just me and Claire. She cried in the car a little bit on the way there. I didn't freak out. I don't know, I was fine. I've been feeling fine doing things by myself with her. Like, I haven't been totally solo yet, but I've been the one in charge. Like, I've been places with like just my mom in the car with me and not Corey, where I'm like, okay, I have to be in charge. Like, it's me and the baby and then like a guest kind of. But the outing solo went fine. I just got her down. I resettled her for a crib nap, and we'll see. She's like stirring a tiny bit, but she's also still asleep. So I've got my like Nanit on my iPad. My Nanit home monitor is coming. I ordered it because I was like, I'm obsessed with this thing and I need the monitor for it, so I don't have to use my phone or this big iPad. But I'm eating. I have steak, potato, mashed avocado, kimchi, and some orange. I'm gonna quickly eat. And then depending on how long she stays asleep, I think I'm going to prep a few lunches for the fridge. And then I have like a bunch of projects that I could work on, so we'll see how much time I have. Okay, doing a second attempted crib nap. It's like 3:40-ish. She's been down for like 5 minutes, and we'll see. I got my Nanit set up over here. But in the meantime, I really want to get working on a few home projects that I've like had the stuff for, and they're just like sitting around. So right now, if you can see, I've got these really pretty toile curtains that I'm planning on doing a like valance, I don't ever know, I think it's valance project. Like what I have in the nursery, I basically bought these 2 like window valances off of Facebook Marketplace when I was pregnant, and then I did one for Claire's nursery, and then now I have another one just sitting in my garage. And so I was like, let me do something for my bedroom, because I have this big white wall behind the bed, and this is just like my house to have fun with. Like, this is not our forever home. I wish it was. I wish I could triple the size and the size of the property and everything, but like in the end, like, we'll do a more custom design in a future house. This is my like, let me have fun in every room house, and I love it. And I do love this house, especially for this season. So with that being said, I'm doing something a little experimental for the master. Basically, I need to like open everything and lay everything out so that Corey can help me hang some stuff. Starting with, I've got a curtain rod, and then I've got a couple packages of these curtains, and then I'm gonna like lay everything out how I think it's gonna look on the wall. And then, depending on how much time I have, get to actually using my staple gun on the valance itself. So we'll see. I'm gonna bring a few things in, and hopefully I'll have time to get everything laid out so we can start hanging stuff up this afternoon, because I think Corey usually goes to the gym in the afternoon, and I think instead we're gonna hang out here and do some projects, but she may already be doing that, so we'll see. is chilling in her little baby Bjorn. She napped for like 35 minutes or so in her crib, which is still pretty good. And I'm just throwing dinner together. I think that baked chicken breasts are going to be like a staple for me right now because they're really easy. I'm just doing lemon pepper and black pepper and olive oil on these, and then I will do like a lemon butter pasta, I think, with them because we have some leftover pasta. But I don't know, like, as much as I love making like a whole chicken, what I realized this last time I did it, which I posted on TikTok, is it just like the process of dealing with it once it's cooked, that's what gets me. And that's what I don't enjoy. It's like pulling it and feeling like I need to make stock and everything. It's just like not feasible with a newborn. So anyways, we're gonna eat early tonight because I get hungry and then I start snacking and I'm like, I might as well just eat an early dinner because I eat like cereal and stuff before bed anyways because I get so hungry from breastfeeding. I have to eat like right before I go to bed essentially. So yeah, just doing some lemon pepper, black pepper, and olive oil on some organic chicken breasts. And I will just throw those in the oven. I think I might actually do a little bit of onion and garlic powder on these as well, just because chicken breasts notoriously are dry and have no flavor, you know? Really good. And you don't always see more salt. Sometimes you see more flavor, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna set those aside till my oven is preheated. And then I'm also, depending on how much time Claire gives me, gonna try and make some more overnight oat like energy balls, which I love, and cut up this massive pineapple, which I'm trying to eat a lot of because it's so good for just like inflammation and recovery, which postpartum is obviously so important. Also, I get questions about my Red Staub and Le Creuset like bakeware all the time. I have it all linked on Shopify. I haven't decided if she's like obsessed with the binky yet. I don't need her to be obsessed. I just need a little bit of a tool to keep her occupied and awake during these wake windows. I'm trying to get a little more serious about keeping her up for the wake window, just because I would love to like lengthen out our naps, if that was an option. But I'm really trying to not like stress myself about schedules right now, because this is like just the first week we're trying crib naps and everything. And also I just think that there's so much stressing yourself out you can do. Like, you think that getting on a schedule is going to make you less stressed, and then it's like trying to stick to the schedule itself is causing stress. It's just a very fine line. Hi, baby. She spit out her binky. She's just staring at me. Hi. It's a very fine line to walk because you want to make your life easier as a mom while obviously first and foremost prioritizing the well-being of your baby and making sure they're getting enough sleep and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know, I just think that schedules can be a blessing and a curse depending on how you look at them. And I want to be kind of like the perfect balance. Like, I'd like to just, right now I'm just operating off of wake windows and not really off of like a schedule with times on the clock, because number one, that sounds really stressful for me. It's not necessary at the moment, and I just think she's kind of young, and I feel like it just, I don't know, people like are so obsessed with their schedules, and I have like friends that have gotten so obsessed with like certain schedules and they don't even realize how much it's like stressing them out when they think that like it's helping. It's just hard. I never blame like any mom for like how they're doing things though, or like judge them, because there's no manual here and it's hard. Anyways, another thing I really try to do is when she's content is not bug her. This is going to be one of my core values as like a parent and goals. Like, if she's just chilling, even if her binky fell out and even if she's kind of just hanging out, if she's happy, I'm not gonna go stick the binky back in her mouth and bug her, you know? Okay, brief pause to do a little carrier nap time. I really wanted to make more of my little, I call them overnight oat like energy balls. They're really just like no bake, like oat power balls. They're like oats, seeds, peanut butter, everything that I would put in a bowl of overnight oats, except that I don't always have like time or the desire to like sit down and eat a big bowl of oatmeal. Like this morning, I didn't have these made. Like most mornings, I'll just grab one or two of these before I go on my walk, and then like I'll grab another one or two when I come back in, and it's like the equivalent of like a little bowl of oatmeal, and it's just easy. So she's still not quite asleep, all I'm gonna do is add all the ingredients in this bowl, and then I'm gonna have Corey like mix it and roll it together. But I'm gonna do a big batch. I'm gonna do 2 cups of organic oats. We get these at Costco. And then I don't really measure how like many seeds I put in there, but I'll show you guys. I feel like it's about like 4 tablespoons of each, but I kind of just like eyeball it. So maybe it's I don't know, is that like a 4th cup? Because I'm going for about a 4th cup of my seeds. So I do chia and hemp seeds. Sometimes I do like extra, like if I'm looking at the mixture and I'm like, that needs more of this or that. You want it to have lots of healthy fats in it. That's the biggest thing. With breakfast, it's really easy for it to just be like carby and sugary. And then I just got some more flax seeds. Flax meal is really good for you. So I'm gonna do, again, I'm gonna start with like 4 heaping tablespoons, but this makes a ton. I know I talked about these on TikTok before, but I always make these for my friends that are postpartum because number one, like even if I'm just bringing dinner, like I always bring a batch of these. It's so nice to bring people something that they can like either have as a dessert or as breakfast. They can just like grab them and go. I don't know. So I'm doing more like 6 tablespoons of flaxseed meal because I have a lot of oats in there. Anyways, this is just a really good thing for postpartum. Oats are obviously great for your milk supply. Okay, then my favorite thing in the world are these craisins. They're the whole craisins from Costco, and I do like a lot of these because this is what makes it good, is you need like the sour, chewy, sweet component. These are literally candy. They're so good. So like 3 handfuls, probably like 2 handfuls if you did a big handful of those. Your like wet ingredients. I'm gonna do maple syrup and peanut butter. This is the maple syrup, or what? Not me being so like, I can't think straight. This is the peanut butter that we get at Costco, and it's so good. Like, I think the only ingredients are peanuts. Yep, and sea salt. So you need kind of a lot of this, probably like a cup of peanut butter. I'm gonna do a big drizzle and then let Corey mix it. Oh, there's my chicken. I'll let that beep at me and finish this. And then I do probably what I would say is like a 4th cup-ish of maple syrup. You don't need a lot of sweetness, but you need some because the peanut butter is not sweet. Okay. And I'm gonna let him mix those together, roll them into balls, and you just store them in the refrigerator, and they're the best. Good morning, y'all. It is Friday morning. I didn't film yesterday. It was kind of a rough day. We had a really rough night on, I guess it was Wednesday night, and we learned a few very valuable lessons about an overtired baby and about like how to navigate bedtime. And anyways, it ended up being fine. I just didn't get a lot of sleep. And yesterday I was like, I don't know if I was spiraling. I was just like out of it levels of tired. And then I also took a nap for like 45 minutes. And let me just tell you, I hate taking naps, like genuinely hate so much. So that was not my vibe, but it is a new day. Our cleaning lady is coming to do our house in 30 minutes, and I really need to tidy up. Like, our house is a mess, and like she comes to clean, not to like tidy the mess. Like, she can't even really do her job if there's like shit everywhere. So I just got Claire in the carrier. I was gonna say down for a nap. I didn't get her down. She like passes out the second I put her in here. I'm obsessed with the Solly Baby wrap. Like, I could be a spokesperson for this thing. I love it. So she's in here, and usually I get a very good nap out of her when she's in here, and I obviously am hands-free. So I am gonna tidy the house. I'm just gonna take you guys along with me, because I love watching this kind of stuff, and yeah, I feel like we just need to declutter a bit. And I was about to start the vlog by making the bed, but I don't need to because she changes the sheets for us, which is so amazing. So Corey's doing something crazy with the espresso machine. That's the craziest sound ever, but I'm gonna have y'all follow me around. We're gonna tidy up the house and we'll take it from there. I've taken all these pictures things happening in her life recently relating to change our house. And so Corey went out this morning because his heart is literally pure gold and bought her some flowers and a card and some candy. So I need to get those ready before she gets here. When you do a bouquet of flowers, make sure you take off all of the leaves because that's what's going to make everything rot faster and it just looks like a cleaner little bouquet when you have clean stems. If I had more time, I'd try to open these up a lot more and I'd roll them in my hands, but we are short on time this morning. And then I broke the stem on one, so I'm going to do it in a little bud vase for me. This card Corey got her is so sweet, it's going to make me cry. This is my current project that I'm working on, covering this valance and making like a behind the bed tall canopy for my bedroom. And obviously she can't vacuum in here if this is all over the floor. So the one thing with wearing a baby in the carrier is you can't really like bend over and get stuff off the floor. So we'll see how much of this I'm able to get done. Actually, I might just ask Corey to come get a lot of this and move it for me. That's a great idea. The nursery literally gets so messy at the end of the night because I'm in here like in the dark, like barely alive. Honestly, some of this just stays here because I use it. So the balance is recovered, so just carefully if you want to just stand that up right there. But that's a panel, and there's nothing on the back, so just kind of, you can even just roll them like you would a fitted sheet. Like,
okay, pull them?
Yeah. Hey girls, I am at my parents' house sitting in my mom's chic office. Hello. My next house is gonna have like a beautiful, sunny, like office reading room with built-ins like this. I love it, but she always has her coffee pot on when I get here. So I'm having coffee with a little almond milk. Claire is napping on my mom and I am working on this vlog and my house is getting cleaned. Like so iconic of a day, honestly. Very grateful.